As Raiden has grown up and Tessa has grown up, I love to lay on their bed, have them come up and cuddle next to me in the old bunk beds that Brandon and Sean, Starling, and McKay slept on. I love to hold them next to me, and we put headlamps on, the adjustable headlamps, or we have a little light and we use it. And with those adjustable lights, we focus the light towards the ceiling, and then I make shapes with my hands, and I tell stories about the monsters, or about the giraffes, or about the camels getting each other, or about the rabbit out in the wilderness. I love to do shapes up on the ceiling, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do shadows on the ceiling of the different animals and then tell stories at the same time. When Starly was growing up, I used to go into her room and give her hugs and kisses before she'd go to bed, and then I'd put my hand on her head and on her shoulder, and I'd bounce her up and down. I'd say, bonka, 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 bonka. Have a good night's sleep, I love you, bonka, bonka, bonka. And I kind of bounce her on her bed a little bit. Now with Tessa and Ty and Raiden, I like to go in, and especially with Tessa, because I take her and I bounce her little head and her little shoulder and her little back on the bed, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, and I call it bonka, 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 bonka. And then if I don't do it very hard, she calls me, she says, that's weak sauce. So I have to bonk her harder, bonk her harder. She says, that's weak sauce. And then I'm like, bonka, 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 bonka. And she still says, that's weak sauce. But of course, I can't do it any harder. And then I have to leave the room because she has to go to sleep.